a year ago I ended up with malaria, 9 days in ICU. And I think my immune system was down. When we came to test my thigh again, there was now cancer in my lungs. So now I had a lung operation for that. And believe me, I'd rather play the All Blacks for 80 minutes than have a lung operation. You don't know how sore it was when they pull your ribs apart, collapse your lungs, and then would take the lesions out. That was unbelievably sore. So then I get the all clear that after chemo, that now you're okay. And chemo is like being tackled by Richie McCaw from behind every 18 days, because it flattens you. Not fun. The next thing on the 21st of February, I fall over. I'm about to go and play golf, but I fall over. They take me into hospital, and they test, and they suddenly find I've got a brain tumor. Now I've got the family in tears because a brain tumor, you now die. Well, that's the perception. But that's not me. You've got to get plan B in place. Because in cricket, when you were playing, you had to have plan B in place, because if someone wasn't bowling properly, plan B had to work as a substitute. My stepsister, Margie Bashel, she'd had cancer, and it was all through her body, and she was about to go to India to have the cyber knife treatment, is what they call it. And the day before she was leaving, her lung collapsed, so she had to go into hospital in South Africa not to come out. She died there about 2 weeks later. Anyway, we go and see the doctor, who was in fact 2 roads away from where we lived in Joburg, about their experience in terms of going to India, because her husband had prostate cancer and had gone into his bones. But when we saw them, he was jumping up and down, and you sort of thought, now what's going on here? He's looking hell of a well. And my dad died of prostate and bone cancer, and it's a hell of a painful thing to get. So we've got in the back of my mind, now here's plan B in place. We then go and see the oncologist. I say that the tumor in my brain was quite far down in my brain. So it wasn't going to be an easy operation. He called the radiologist in, and the radiologist indicated that it was going to be difficult to do any radiation there. They needed to speak to a neurosurgeon. Well, that afternoon, when the neurosurgeon reported, he said, no, they can't operate. So now basically, what options have you got? I'm going to be speaking with a slur, and I'm going to be dying in the next 6 or 8 months. No chance. I've got too much to do. So I say to the oncologist, okay, you don't have to worry, I'm going to have cyber knife treatment in India. And he wasn't very impressed, because I think he wanted to give me another bag of that stuff that Richie McCaw tackles you with. Anyway, if we go to India, we get the visas, go to India on the Saturday, arrive in India on the Sunday morning, 2:30 in the morning. The hospital meets us at the airport, 2:30, takes us to the hotel, and then says, okay, get some sleep because you're probably a bit tired, which we were. We're picking you up at 11 to start the treatments, to start the testing, and as to what's going on, to make an assessment. They did the tests on the Sunday and on the Monday. On the Tuesday, about 5 doctors sat down and decided, okay, this is what it is, and we're going to start treating you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, an hour treatment each day. They picked us up from the hotel every single day, made arrangements to pick us up, and off we go to the hospital around the corner for the treatments. And I'm now bolted onto a bed, so my head doesn't move too much. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because is it coming through there?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because the machine moves and makes sure that it's actually irradiating that particular brain cell that's, and I haven't got only one, they found there was more than but that particular brain cell, and I asked the doctor, I said to him, now how difficult is it to treat that particular cell? He said, no, it's easy. Because they hadn't got tentacles that had gone out. It was just a solitary cell that was in there. And they tied me down onto this table, and they then, with this robotic cyber knife machine, you'd see it come round, and it would point at you, then you'd hear it firing. And for an hour, it would attack this particular tumorous cell that I had, and nail it with radiation. Next day you're back, same again. 3 days of that, and so it was literally 8 days later, having arrived in India, I was now sorted out.
Wow.
And here they said to me, I'm basically going to die. And you just say, what a miracle that is. And that's why I've got some missions to do in South Africa now that I'm back, is that to help people who've got cancer and hopefully maybe get one of these cyber knife machines in, because it makes a huge difference. When you're told you're going to die, believe me, that's an extreme thing that's going to happen in your life.
I'm sure.
And that's one of them, because you've got to have some sort of aims that you're going to do, and you're going to make a contribution as to what's going on in South Africa. One's that. The other's public lighting, where we're making a huge difference in terms of energy saving in Port Elizabeth, and won an international award for R1 million for the PE Council. That's one. On these fines and debt collection, where people aren't paying, we've got a solution for that as well. And as I say, for the cancer, that is exactly what I want to do. I want to race cars again, and I want to get my golf handicap going properly, because it's not very good at the moment. I thought that when they were going to attack some of the cells, they were going to sort out my bad swing cells as well at the same time. So the doctor didn't do a good job on that one, but I gave him my message on that side. But there's still a lot of things to do in this world, and I'm only 65, so there's even more. I want to live a hell of a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
And make a contribution, and that's what I think it is. And I think with Iris House, the contribution you people are making are absolutely fantastic, because you just hear the beginnings that you've had. It's tough beginnings, but your contribution is fantastic. And with the kids making a difference, that's what it's all about. And certainly I'd like to thank you all for inviting me down here, so I can tell you the miracle I've been through. But you are also making a miracle for a lot of people here.